All right. So today is all about balance. I need to move my laptop a bit. So it's all about balance. As usual, if you need a break, just take a break whenever you need. Rejoin the flow as it works for you. You probably will need the padding, maybe some blocks, and perhaps a strap as well at some point. And as always, starting with a little bit of movement just to settle ourselves and release, warm up the joints. So leaning, sitting on the floor, leaning back and moving the legs a little bit, tapping the back of the knees on the ground, circling the ankles, just adding a bit of movement, pushing the legs left to right, and then crossing the legs, coming to seated position, rocking from side to side, finding that contact of the sit bones with the floor. Coming to the center, moving to the shoulders, gently moving the shoulders, moving the arms, circling the arms, maybe shrugging the shoulders towards the ears, and then release them down, circling the head, releasing the neck. And when you're done, finding that position that works for you for the next few moments. Hands resting on the legs, palms facing up or down. Closing the eyes. And taking the next few moments to allow yourself to arrive in your practice. Taking one big inhale through the nose. And releasing a sigh through the mouth. Sending a signal to the mind and to the body that it's now time to settle down. Creating space, stillness in the mind, in the body. Observing if you can hear any sound in your surrounding, maybe movement, people moving in the house. And little by little, allowing those sounds to fade in the background. Turning the awareness from the outside to the inside, tuning in with the body. Listening for the signal sent by the body to the brain. Looking for the sensations, exploring them, and not having any expectation of having to feel a certain way. Simply exploring and embracing however you feel right now is however you feel. Observing the movement created by the breath throughout the body, the gentle lift up and down of the chest and the rib cage as you breathe. And taking a moment to scan the body, looking for those sensations, starting with the feet and the toes, perhaps wriggling the toes, becoming aware of each individual toe, observing the sensation in the side of the feet in contact with the ground, the ankles, the shins, the calves, maybe contact of the legs wherever they're crossing or touching each other. Becoming aware of the sensation of the hands resting on the legs, contact of the hands, the heaviness of the hands, the heaviness of the arms, pulling down on the shoulders, the sensation inside the hands, maybe tingling sensation, maybe noticing the sensation of the air touching the skin. Coming back to the legs, to the thighs, becoming aware of sensations there, of the sit bones in contact with the ground, the heaviness of the body sinking through the sit bone, feeling grounded to the floor. Noticing sensation in the lower back and following the spine, starting at the bottom of the spine, slowly going up, becoming aware of sensation around the back, around each part of the back, the lower back, the waist, back of the rib cage, the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, top of the shoulders. Once again, observing the gentle movement of the back created by the breath. And traveling back to the front of the body, bringing the awareness to the navel. Noticing if perhaps you were holding the navel in, gently relaxing the muscles of the tummy, allowing the tummy to take the space it requires. Observing any sensations there, any sensation around the chest, around the neck. Becoming aware of the space around the neck, between the head and the shoulders. Becoming aware of the sensation around the head, the hair, the face. Maybe softening the muscles of the face, and as you do so, observing how the forehead relaxes, the eyebrows relax. Noticing the sensation of the skin spreading as if taking in more space, feeling lighter, feeling brighter. Noticing the sensation of the eyelids resting against the eyeballs, the tongue, wherever it's resting, against the top of the mouth, back of the teeth. And finally, taking in the whole of the body, visualizing it, sitting down on the ground, crossed-legged, feeling heavy and solid and rooted. And perhaps slowly noticing as if it had become weightless, hovering just above the ground, becoming one with the universe. Coming back to the breath, maybe starting to engage the Ujjayi breath, creating the sound with the breath. And allowing the sound of the breath to be your companion during the practice. Coming back to the breath whenever you need, whenever your mind starts to wander. Formulating an intent for your class today, whatever you need. And as today we're focusing on balance, just knowing that whenever life throws a curveball at you, all you need to do is take a moment, take a few breaths, and find your balance again. Now slowly opening the eyes as we start to bring movement to the breath. Inhale, lifting the arms towards the ceiling, clasping the hands, pushing the palms up, creating a long stretch. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. On the next exhale, folding forward, hands on the floor in front of you. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This time, spending a few breaths here, keeping the hands on the mat. Observing the sensation in the lower back, in the waist, in the hips, in the knees. And then sliding the hands all the way to the left, keeping the fingertips on the floor, creating a long stretch on the right side of the body. Nice long breath here. And then sliding the hands all the way to the other side. Same thing here. 1 or 2 breaths. Coming back to the center. Hands are still on the ground. Inhale, lifting the arms, lifting the chest. Left arm goes down, right arm is lifted. Exhale, tipping to the left. Inhale, back to the center, switching arm, left arm up. Exhale, tipping to the right. Inhale, back to the center, right arm up. Exhale, tipping left. Inhale, back to the center, left arm up. Exhale, tipping right. On the next exhale, back to the center. Keep the left leg bent. Stretch the right leg, bringing the left foot inside the right thigh. Right leg is nice and stretched, right foot flexed towards the ceiling. Little twist of the chest to align with the leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, coming to meet the right leg, only going as far as your body will allow. You may need to bend the knee a little bit if your hamstring are a bit tight, bringing the tummy to the thighs, and then perhaps straightening the leg. Nice long breath here, noticing the sensation in the back of the leg, in the left hip, maybe in the left knee, maybe in the lower back. On the next inhale, back to the center. Keep the left leg bent, bring the right foot to meet the left. Sole to sole here, coming into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana, pushing the knees towards the floor, holding on to the feet. One big inhale here, the back is nice and straight, chin slightly to the chest. And on the next exhale, maybe you want to fold forward, making sure you're hinging at the crease of the hips, keeping the back straight. Nice long breath. And on the next inhale, back to the center, stretching the left leg. Keep the right leg where it is. Right foot comes inside the left thigh. Left leg is stretched, left foot flexed. Little twist of the chest to align with the leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, coming to meet the leg. Once again, remember, you can bend the knee a little bit if you need, bringing the tummy to the thigh. Noticing the sensation in the back of the leg, in the right hip. Just slowly breathing through the stretch. And when you're ready, slowly coming back up, bending the legs, crossing the legs. So making sure you're crossing the legs the other way around. So if you're not sure, uncross the legs, cross them again. That's your natural way. Go the other way. When you're ready from here, inhale, arms towards the ceiling. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhale down. Inhale up, chest up, arms up. Exhale down, spending the next few moments here, keeping the fingertips on the floor. Nice long breath, and bringing the hands on top of the knees and using the hands for support as you rock the chest from side to side. Noticing the sensation in the waist, in the lower back, in the hips, the knees. On the next inhale, back to the center, stretching the arms in front of you, palms to palms. When you're ready, on the next inhale, keep the left arm where it is, pointing forward, opening to the right, pointing the right arm towards the back. Exhale, back to the center, closing. Inhale, opening to the left, right arm stays forward, left arm to the back. Exhale, close, back to the front. Inhale, opening to the right, right arm to the back. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale to the left, left arm pointing to the back. Exhale, back to the center. One more cycle. Inhale, opening to the right. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, back to the center. Feel free to shake the arms, rocking forward, coming onto all four. Bring the padding if you need to. Making sure the knees are nice and comfortable. Coming from all four, tabletop, few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the tummy, looking ahead, arching the back. As you exhale, starting by tucking the pelvis in. Slow movement, then involving the spine all the way to the shoulders, chin comes to the chest. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, rounding up the back. You can add a bit of rocking motion here. See what that does to the spine. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy, looking ahead. Exhale, rounding up the back. Back onto tabletop here, neutral position. You can tuck the toes in if you want to help for support. When you're ready from here, starting to engage the muscles in the tummy, we're going to lift one arm and the opposite leg. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Nice long breath here. Both of the limbs are nice and active. Exhale, coming back down, switching side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, back down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, back down. We'll do the same, but this time we will hold that pose for 15 to 20 seconds. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Holding it here, making sure your left leg is nice and active. Making sure your arm is right where your ear is. Nice long breath here, holding it. Noticing maybe some limbs have started to tremble. One more breath here. Exhale, coming back down, switching side. Inhale, left arm, right leg, holding it here. Nice long breath. The arm is aligned with the ear. Breathing through the stretch. Exhale, coming back to the center, untuck the toes. Coming to sit on the heels. Give the arms a little shake. Back onto tabletop. On the next inhale, stretching the right leg. As you exhale, starting to pivot the body to the right. So my left hand has moved a little bit to be more in the center before I open up the right arm towards the ceiling. And then stretching the right arm overhead, creating a long stretch on the right side of the body. Nice long breath here. Finding your balance. On the next inhale, lift the right leg off the ground. Imagine you're doing now a line parallel to the ground with the right leg and the right arm. My toes on the left foot are tucked, helping for support. Nice long breath here, holding it, starting to engage the muscle to invoke the balance. Exhale, back to the center, back onto all four. Tucking the toes under. Inhale, left leg is spread. Step the right hand a little bit more to the middle of your mat before you pivot the body towards the left. Creating that long stretch here, left arm spread out overhead. Creating that line on the left side. When you're ready, lift the left leg. Left leg is now parallel to the mat, left arm parallel to the floor. Nice long breath here. Starting to find our balance wherever we are. Exhale, back onto all four. Come and sit on the heels for a moment. Feel free to shake it out. Back onto all four, tucking the toes under. Inhale, hips towards the ceiling. Coming to find down dog. Take your time here. Maybe bending one knee at a time. Creating space in the back of the legs. Pushing the mat away with the hands. Noticing the contact of the hands with the floor. Maybe pushing the hips from side to side. Nice long breath here. And then when you're done, look ahead at the hands. Hands are spread out. Look back at the feet. Big toes pointing towards each other. Heels pointing towards the outside. Bend the knees. Bring the tummy as close to the thighs as you can. You can stay here if you want, or maybe see if you can stretch the legs, but keep the tummy where it was. Nice long breath here. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look up. Inhale, stepping the feet towards the middle of the mat. Keep some space between the feet, knees are bent, tummy resting on the thighs. Grabbing hold of opposite elbows here. Allowing the head to dangle, so simply dangling here. Chest forward, heads forward, using the heaviness of the arms to bring the chest forward. And then from here, if you want, gently rocking from side to side. Noticing the sensation of the tummy, perhaps rolling from one thigh to the other. Nice long breath, just taking your time. On the next exhale, back to the center. Release the arms. As you next inhale, gently lifting the chest, not going very high, just high enough so the hands are off the ground. Keep the back rounded, no tension in the neck, and then adding a bit of movement here of the arms. Noticing the sensation this creates in the lower back, in the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, carrying on the journey upwards, but really going slow, taking your time, not getting a head rush. Very slowly coming to standing position. Nice long breath here, circling the arms, taking the time, no rush. And then stepping the feet to the front of the mat. Maybe looking at the feet for a moment, lifting the toes up and down, one foot at a time, spreading the toes as much as you can. Really finding that contact of the sole of the feet with the floor. Then coming to align the body, maybe gently rolling the shoulders towards the back. Just rolling the shoulders. And when you're ready, on the next inhale, lifting the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Going nice and slow, taking your time. You may need to bend the knees to keep the back straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Stepping the feet to the back of the mat, coming into high plank. Holding the plank here, squeezing the body, pushing the mat away. Nice long breath here. On the next exhale, you can bring the knees down first and then lowering the rest of the body in one line. Inhale, lifting the chest, coming into high cobra. Exhale, back onto all four, tucking the toes under. Inhale, hips towards the ceiling, coming into downward facing dog. Nice long breath here. From here, we're going to grab our ankle one side at a time with the opposite hand. When you're ready, inhale here. Exhale, right hand goes and grab the left ankle. Back to the center, back onto all four. Inhale, left hand, right ankle. Exhale, back onto all four. Inhale, right hand, left ankle. Exhale, hand comes back onto the floor, down dog here. Inhale, left hand, right ankle. Exhale, left hand back onto its spot. Inhale, right hand, left ankle. And exhale, back onto down dog. Slowly release the knees. Come and sit on the heels here. Just shake it out. Nice long breath here. Back onto all four. Tucking the toes under. Inhale, hips to the ceiling. Downward facing dog, one breath. On the next exhale, slowly coming back into high plank. Pushing the mat away. Squeezing the body, activating the core. Inhale. See if you can lift the right foot off the floor. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, left foot off the floor. Exhale, back down. We do two more. Inhale, right foot off the floor. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale, left foot off the floor. Exhale, back down. Release the knees on the ground. Come to sit on the heels. Shake the arms. Balance and strength. Nice long breath here. Back onto all four. We're going to go back to standing position. Tucking the toes under here. And then bringing the hands close to the knees. Gently lifting the knees up and down. Stretching the toes, stretching the feet. Just taking a moment here. And then the next time the knees are up, keep them here. Bring the hands in prayer pose, balancing on the toes. Nice long breath here. Giving our ankle a little bit of a workout. Getting ready to go up, activating the legs. Inhale, pushing through the legs. See if you can stay on the tiptoes. Extend the arms towards the ceiling. Nice long breath here. Exhale, coming back down. Shake it out. Shake the legs. Maybe stretch the back of the feet on the ground. Do whatever you need. Nice long breath here. Sorry, I'm going to need to blow my nose. I apologize in advance for the sound. Okay. Starting from, once again, from standing on the mat, looking at the feet and finding that contact of the feet with the floor. There's a little bit of space between my feet. Bit like, almost like the hip width apart. Inhale, going on the tiptoes. Exhale, slowly come back down. Lift on the heels, so lifting the toes off the ground. Inhale, back on the tiptoes. Exhale, rolling back onto the heels. Doing that a few times. Just finding your balance. Allowing the body to adjust its position. Nice long breath. And then relax. Feel free to stretch the back of the feet on the ground. Getting ready for some balance work while standing. When you're ready, inhale, right knee off the ground, right foot is flexed. The hands can be in prayer pose or maybe on the hips. See what you prefer. Exhale, release the foot towards the ground, but not touching the floor. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, down. Try and not touch the floor. Inhale, up. Actually, we're going to do this with a block. I've just decided, bring a block with you. Step the left foot on the block. So now you should have some space. Hands on the hips. When you're ready, inhale, right knee up. Exhale, right foot down. So now you've got a little bit of space. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, back down. Let's do two more. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, down. Hovering the foot. Inhale, right knee up. And exhale, coming back down. Step off the block. Shake the left leg. Let's do the other side. Stepping the right foot on the block. When you're ready, inhale, left knee up, left foot is flexed. Exhale, down, hovering the foot. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, down. Two more. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, down. Left knee up. Exhale, coming back down. Step off the blocks. Shake it out. Whatever you need. Back to the same position. Feet on the floor. Soles are spread out, little bit of space between the feet. Inhale, right knee up, crossing the right leg over the left, coming into figure 4, hands in prayer pose, supporting leg, a little bit bent. Inhale here, exhale, slowly folding forward, coming to meet the right leg as low as you can, back is nice and straight. Inhale, slowly coming back up, right knee up. Exhale, once again, crossing over the left leg, slowly coming down. Inhale, lifting back up, right knee up. Exhale, crossing over the leg, slowly coming back down. Inhale, back to standing position. Shake it out, do whatever you need. Let's do the other side, bringing the weight onto the right leg. Inhale, left knee up, crossing over the right leg, hands in prayer pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, standing position, left knee up. Exhale, crossing over the leg, slowly folding forward. Inhale, standing position, left knee up. Exhale, cross over, slowly folding forward. Inhale, coming back up. Check it out. Nice long breath. Maybe you feel it in the butt here, in the hips. Maybe stretching the back of the feet on the ground. Same thing, but we'll switch side every time, and we'll add a little bit of speed just to allow the body to adjust a bit quicker to the change of balance. Nice long breath here. When you're ready, inhale, right knee up, exhale, crossing down. Inhale, coming back up, switching side, left knee up, exhale, crossover, gently coming down. Inhale, coming back up, switching side, right knee up, exhale, crossing over. Inhale, coming back, left knee up, exhale, crossing over. You're doing really well. Inhale, back to the center, right knee up, exhale, crossing over. Inhale, back to the center, left knee up, exhale, crossing over. How does that feel? Are you feeling it a little bit easier? Let's do a few more. Inhale, right knee up, exhale, crossing over, folding forward. Inhale, back to the center, left knee up, exhale, crossing over, folding forward. Well done. Back to the center, stretching it, shake it out, whatever you need. Nice long breath. Bringing a block with you. And again, starting from standing position, feet a little bit apart, holding the blocks in your hands like this, and then stretch the arms overhead, holding onto the block. Step the right foot to the back. So I'm now on my tiptoes on the right foot, pointing to the back. From here, we're going to do a few pulsing motion, lifting the right leg, pushing it up to the back, and then bringing the toe back to the floor. Nice long breath here. Using the muscle in the bum, in the lower back, and of course working on the balance. Nice long breath here. A few more of those. And then release back to the center. Shake it out in any way you need. Let's do the other side. Holding on to the block. Leave the blocks overhead. Arms are stretched out. Step the left foot to the back. You're on the toes on the left foot. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg towards the back. Little pulsing movement here. Bring the foot back onto the floor. Breathing through the stretch. If you find that it's too much, just release the arms towards the floor. By having the arms overhead, we're actually adding a little bit of back bend work here. And then release. Shake it out. Whatever you need. Nice long breath. Once again, from standing position, little bit of space between the feet. You can bring the hands in prayer pose if you want, maybe on the hips, maybe alongside the body. Inhale, right knee up, right foot is flexed. Exhale, send the right leg towards the back, bring the chest forward, extend the arms. Warrior 3, you can even extend the arms overhead. My supporting leg is a little bit bent. Inhale, back to the center, just shake it out a little bit. Nice long breath. We switch side. Supporting leg is now the right leg. Inhale, left knee up. My foot is nice and flexed. Exhale, pivoting the body forward. Supporting leg, start to bend a little bit. Left leg to the back. Extend the arm forward. Body more or less parallel to the floor. Inhale, back to the center. Nice long breath. We'll do that a bit more, few times, but adding a bit of speed, staying on the same side. So again, by adding a little bit of speed, we're allowing the brain and the body to adjust a bit quicker to the change of movement. Nice long breath, starting with the right leg. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, chest forward, arms to the back. Inhale, pendulum movement, coming back to standing, right knee to the front. Exhale, chest forwards, arms forwards, leg to the back. Inhale, back to the center, right knee up. Exhale, coming back, aligning in warrior 3. Inhale, pendulum movement, right knee up to the front. Exhale, chest forward, send the right leg. Inhale, back to the center. Well done. Shake it out. Shake the left leg. Nice long breath. We do the other side. Body weight come onto the right leg. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, pivoting the body forward. The arms extend, left leg to the back. Inhale, slowly coming back to standing. Left knee up. Exhale, pivoting the body forward. Left leg to the back. Inhale, back to the center. Left knee up. Exhale, extend the body, warrior 3. Inhale, last one. Left knee up. Exhale, chest forward. Left leg to the back. Inhale, back to the center. Well done. Nice long breath here. Doing whatever movement you need. Maybe stretching the back of the feet on the ground, shaking the legs. Nice long breath. Just taking a moment here to allow the breath to come back to a natural pace. So having a little bit of space between the feet and closing the eyes. We're just going to allow the body to reset itself. And with the eyes closed, bringing the awareness to the sole of the feet in contact with the ground. Imagining that energy traveling from the floor through the feet, traveling up the legs, up the calves, the thighs, the pelvis, carrying on the journey through the chest, through the torso, the neck, the head, ending at the top of the head, allowing you to feel high, tall, strong, rooted. Nice long breath. And then slowly opening the eyes, bringing the weight onto the left leg, right foot against the ankle, against the calf, maybe the right knee pointing to the side towards the right. Getting ready for tree pose, Vrikshasana. You can stay here if you want, if that's comfortable enough, having it against the calf. Or maybe you want to go a little bit higher. Maybe you want to bring the foot all the way inside the thigh. If you choose that, making sure the thigh pushes against the foot with the same strength as the foot against the thigh. Hands in prayer pose here. Nice long breath, just finding your balance. So bringing your drishti, your gaze, on something that doesn't move to help with the balance. And if you wish, maybe opening the arms. Like the tree and its branches, connecting with the universe. Nice long breath. And on the next exhale, hands back down in prayer pose, release the right leg, shake the left. Maybe stretch the foot on the ground, Release that tension. Getting ready for the other side. Weight onto the right leg, left foot against the ankle, against the calf. Or maybe you want to go all the way up. And you might find that you can bring the foot to the thigh on one side, but not the other. That's perfectly normal. We have lots of imbalances in our bodies. Nothing wrong with that. And there's some days where you find your balance is a little bit easier than others. Bring your gaze, your drishti, on something that doesn't move to help find your balance. And then if you want, opening the arms once again. Allowing the arms to wave and move if you need to find your balance. Just like the branches of a tree in the breeze. Exhale, hands back down in prayer pose, release the leg, shake it out. Whatever you need. Nice long breath here. Maybe circling the arms. Stepping to the front of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly folding forward. Bend the knees if you need. Back is nice and straight. Inhale, halfway lift, back parallel to the mat. Exhale, hands on the floor, feet to the back of the mat, coming into high plank, warm breath. Exhale, slowly lowering yourself down. You may bring the knees first. Inhale, lifting the chest, high cobra. Exhale, back onto all four, tucking the toes under. Inhale, hips to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Nice long breath here. Adding a little bit of balance from down dog. So making sure your feet and your hands, imagine they're the corner of a rectangle. So there should be same space between the hands that you have between the feet. And then when you're ready, inhale, right leg goes up. Nice long breath, not going very high. Finding that balance in three-legged dog. Using the core muscles to keep you there. Nice long breath. And trying to keep your hip, the right hip, level with the left. So there's a tendency to open up with the right hip. Try and keep it pointing towards the floor. Exhale, right foot goes down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Balancing here. Nice long breath. See how the weight of your body is spreading against the 3 points that are on the floor. Nice long breath. Exhale. Left foot goes back down. Slowly release the knees on the floor. Coming to sit on the heels. Shake it out. Nice long breath here. Back onto all four for just one moment. Crossing the lower part of the legs and then rolling back. Coming to seated position. Cross-legged just for a moment. Sorry, I'm going to take that opportunity. Once again, blow my nose, I'm sorry. Now making sure you have your strap nearby. Stretching the legs in front of you. Just tap the back of the legs on the ground. We'll try it once without the strap. Bending the knees, bring the hands behind the knees, back is nice and straight, little bit leaning down. When you're ready, lift the feet off the ground, arms off the ground, coming into Navasana, boat pose. We know this one, making sure you're activating the front of the tummy, not just the top of the legs. Nice long breath. Exhale, slowly coming back down. We'll do exactly the same, this time with the strap basically behind the feet. So starting by putting the strap around your feet here. So one strap on either side, one side of the strap on either side. Start leaning back, inhale. Lift the feet off the ground. So the sole of the feet is pushing against the strap. Nice long breath. And then when you're ready, bring the feet together, stretch the legs. Balancing here. Nice long breath. We're balancing on the sit bone. Back is nice and straight. The legs are straight. Holding onto the legs with the strap. Nice long breath here. Coming back to the floor. You may find that actually it's a bit too easy with the strap. Maybe they were a little bit, you want to tighten the grip or making the strap a little bit shorter. When you're ready, back onto Navasana, feet together, holding onto the strap, and then stretch the legs. Nice long breath. Pushing the tummy to the thighs. Nice long breath here. So my arms are a little bit bent, shoulders rolled away from the ears. Feet are flexed. Exhale, slowly coming back down. If you want to try without the strap, you may want to do that. So you can go on and do that again with the strap or try without the strap. So without the strap, grab hold of your big toes using your middle finger, your index, and your thumb, right? You make a circle against it. Get ready. Start lifting and then stretch the legs, holding onto the big toes. If that's too much, simply use the strap. Nice long breath here. Balancing on the sit bone. Back is straight, legs are straight. If the legs are straight is too much, you can micro bend them, see what works for you. We're just looking for that balance here. Exhale, slowly release, shake the arms. Nice long breath here. You can circle the arms, whatever you need. Just taking a moment, stretching the legs in front of you. Bring the legs together, feet together, legs are nice and straight. Big inhale. Again, you can use the strap if you want. Bringing the strap behind the feet, holding on to the strap. Big inhale. Exhale, folding forward, holding on to the strap. Using that strap to bring the tummy to the thighs. Keep the back straight. Shoulders are nice and open, so not rounding up the back. Just keeping the chest nice and open here. Nice long breath. Breathing through the stretch. And exhale, slowly coming back. Release, bring the feet together, sole to sole, coming back into Baddha Konasana. Butterfly pose, holding on to the feet. Knees towards the floor, back is nice and straight, chest slightly, chin slightly to the chest. Big inhale, you can stay here. Or if you want on the next exhale, you may want to fold forward. Keep the back straight, elbows pushing against the legs. Keeping the back, keeping the neck neutral. So looking, your gaze should be wherever it is. Maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's a little bit forward. Nice long breath. On the next inhale, slowly coming back up. Step the feet a little bit forward, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Feet are still sole to sole. Big inhale here. Exhale, folding forward. Bringing the head towards the feet, cupping the feet with the hands. And this time allowing your back to round up. No tension in the neck or in the chest. So if you want to make sure, gently rocking from side to side here. And then coming back to the center. Nice long breath, maybe closing the eyes. Noticing the sensations wherever they happen. And on the next inhale, slowly coming back up. Help the knees up, stretch the legs, give the legs a little tap. And then getting ready for Shavasana, whatever you need to do. Maybe you want a blanket, put a towel on the floor. Just doing that now. And finding that comfortable position on the floor. Legs slightly apart, feet flopping to the side. Arms away from the body. Arms facing up. Maybe gently rolling the head from side to side to find that neutral position for the neck. If you haven't done so already, closing the eyes. Taking one big inhale through the nose. And releasing a big sigh through the mouth. Allowing the body to feel heavier and heavier. Sinking into the mat a little bit deeper and deeper with each breath. Releasing tension from anywhere in the body. The head, the arms, the back, the stomach, the hips, the legs, the feet. Taking a moment to observe if any thoughts are still coming to the mind. And without any judgment, just allowing those thoughts to simply roll away. Just like clouds in the sky being pushed away by the wind, revealing the blue sky behind your inner peace, allowing you to simply be.
There is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and windows. Tables and chairs worn by all of us. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home. For you, for me, disappear. For me, for you. Now it's time to live. the sea. There's a tree, there's always me. Branches were sown by the color of green. Ground had a rose and passed its leaves. By the cracks of his skin, I climbed to the top. I climbed the tree to see the world. When the gust came around to blow me down, held on as tightly as you held on me. Held on as tightly as you held on me. For you, for me, dead, disappear. For me, for you, it's time.
Now bringing the awareness back to the breath, back to the body. Starting to wiggle the toes, the fingers, gently bringing movement back into the body, bending the legs, lifting the knees to the chest, holding on to the knees, and gently rocking from side to side. Coming to rest onto one side, head supported by the hands, knees to the chest, eyes still closed. Just taking one final moment here before reconnecting with the rest of the day. And when you're ready, no rush. Slowly pushing yourself back up, back to seated position, cross-legged. Keeping the eyes closed for a moment. On the next inhale, opening the arms wide to the side. As you exhale, crossing the arms around you, giving yourself a big hug. Taking a moment to recognize all the goodness you've done for yourself and knowing that whenever the storm is raging around you, your balance, your inner strength is always there inside of you, just like the flame of a candle burning inside. Release the arms, hands resting on the knees. And closing the class with 3 ohms. When you're ready, inhale. Bringing the hands in prayer pose to the forehead. May our thoughts be filled with kindness and compassion. Bringing the hands to the mouth. May our words be filled with kindness and compassion. And finally, bringing the hands to the heart. May our action be filled with kindness and compassion. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it.